Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is a very special one. We're going to talk about all drugstore products, and who doesn't love a good quality, high-end performing products at drugstore prices. So I'm going to talk about my favorite products, and we're going to achieve this makeup look. So if you're ready, let's begin. Let's begin with our brows, and this is an area where I never splurge. Once in a while I might get like a benefit precisely my brow when it is on like an Ultra 21 Days of Beauty where it is half off, but otherwise 98% of the time it's generally all drugstore brow pencils, and this is such an amazing one. This is from L'Oreal. This is a brow stylist definer in the shade dark brunette. It just does everything that I wanted to do, and it is so precise, it's so fast. It's super easy, super precise. I love a spoolie at the end to brush everything up. I just love it, okay? Let's move on to the primer. I have two things to actually recommend to you guys. If you are oily in the T-zone, this is beautiful. This is from Catrice, and this is the Mattifier Oil Control Primer with willow bark extract and ever matte. I don't know what is that, but this works totally. I am combination in the center of my face, and this works beautifully. And then of course, if you have pores, you want to smoothen out everything, Elf's Poreless Putty Primer in the liquid format is just amazing, absolutely amazing. I've never tried this on camera with you guys, so let me show it to you. It's very much like a cream format. I always have loved their Keep Me Matte primer. I often use that. I was running low on that. That's when I thought I'll buy this. And when I started using this, I felt like the consistency is so nice. The other one, the Keep Me Matte one, is a little bit more like runny. It's not like super runny, but it is a little bit more like emollient. This basically feels like a mixture of this and the Poreless Putty Primer. It's very unusual for me to fall in love with primer and to see what it does, and this definitely makes a difference, and I cannot recommend it enough. This is very beautiful primer. Okay, for the foundation, I feel like you cannot go wrong with this one. This is such a beautiful product in the drugstore. If you want coverage, if you want lightweight on your skin, if you want to feel lightweight on your skin, this Maybelline skin tint, amazing product, absolutely amazing product. I have mine in the shade 322, which matches me perfectly. So I'm gonna just take that all across my skin. Of course, you can use the dropper. As you can see, it works. Let me quickly give this a blend, and immediately you will be seeing like how it beautifully perfected my skin. It's so pretty. Some days I just wear this light layer on top of my skin and just a little bit of mascara and brows, and I'm out the door, and I feel like put together just because it just evens out everything. It's so pretty, you guys. Like, look at that, how easily it just blended everything on my skin, and it has a great coverage too, but it doesn't feel like heavy or cakey or anything like that. It's a beautiful product. Like, you bet I'm gonna buy this again as soon as I run out of this. It's that beautiful. I feel like drugstore has everything covered except the eyeshadows. Like, I have a lot of eyeshadows, like even from the drugstore, but I don't want to recommend any eyeshadows to you just because I personally would not gravitate towards those eyeshadow palettes rather than my indie or my high-end ones. So I'm not going to recommend that. I'm still going to use a palette that I absolutely love, but rest everything is going to be drugstore today. Okay, so once we have that, you've heard me rave about this product for the longest time, and I did give this product a break just because of my Tower 28 concealer, because I love that. But from the drugstore, this is such a beautiful concealer. This is from Milani, and this is Conceal Perfect Longwear Concealer in the shade 145. You've heard me rave about this, and some of you guys actually recommended the NYX Bear With Me concealer. I've never tried that before, but I am it is definitely in my wish list. It's in my Ulta cart actually. As soon as I am like ordering something from Ulta, I will definitely give that a whirl, because you guys never stir me wrong, and I feel like I will love that. But this also is an amazing product. to have in your collection. It gives the coverage that you need. It smoothens out everything. I use the same brush just so that even if like the concealer is like light or anything, it just meshes very nicely with the foundation. Not that this is light, but these are all like my shades, like absolutely perfect shades to me. But I generally do go, if I can, with the same foundation brush, just so that we have a seamless blend going on. Let's go on to the powder. Actually, powder and bronzer are from the same brand, so let me just get that out of the way. Both of them from L'Oreal. This is amazing product. If you've not tried it already, this is like ages old, but both of these are amazing product. Like I've never like felt going back into a product. It gives the coverage, it gives the smoothness, it sets the makeup for the entire day, and it just blurs out everything. This is silky smooth on your face. It really is beautiful. Cannot recommend this enough. This L'Oreal Infallible line altogether, I've absolutely loved, from the foundation to about everything else that they have come out with. I absolutely love. So now once we have that all set, you can see like a big dent in my product. I don't know if you can see it or not. I have a big dent. I have mine in the shade Radiant Honey 245. Okay, now for the bronzer, going into this bronzer, and this one is in the shade 350 medium. Again, a big dent going on there. So let's take that. I never use the sponge that it comes with because I feel like this applies beautifully with like a big fluffy brush. But I never, like my sponge, I actually gave my sponge to my mom. It's not even there. Very pretty. That's all that I need for bronzing up my face. And that's a great shade. And so smooth too, I love it. Okay, now on to blush. I have a liquid blush. I know I've applied all the powders, so why are you applying a liquid blush, Smithy? But this just works so beautifully and also gives that radiant effect on my skin. Just beautiful product. And this is from Flower Beauty. This is the Blush Bomb. This particular one is in the shade Spiced. I feel like this is such an amazing, like I feel like out of the liquid blushes that I own from Drugstore, this is my favorite one. You cannot go wrong with this, and this shade is absolutely amazing too. I don't see people talking about it anymore, but this is an amazing product. Like I'll just take that, just wrap it right there on my cheekbones. Such an everyday blush, just beautiful. Like complexion, I feel like Drugstore has us covered. Like it's so beautiful. Their complexion products, I feel like if you're beginning in makeup especially, you will not regret buying any of the products from Drugstore because they are some like high-end quality products at Drugstore prices. Love it. Now once we have that all set, I am gonna take my favorite Drugstore highlighter, and this is from Revlon, and this is their Skin Lights prismatic highlighter, and this one is in the shade Daybreak Glimmer. Just a beautiful product, like blinding but smooth. Just a light layer will give you all the highlighterness that you want from this product. Just a beautiful one to have in your collection. And this is so versatile. I've seen like multiple skin tones wear this, like from the very fair skin tones to about like medium tan for sure. It just works so beautifully. So once we have that all covered, let's finish it off with our lips, and then we'll finally go on the eyes because it's not Drugstore. For the lips, I feel like there are so many options. I feel like for the lip liners, this NYX Line Loud lip liners, my favorite lip liners. Okay, they are some of the best in the market, and their undertones are so beautiful too. Let me quickly line my lips and I'll get right back. The undertone of this liner is so lovely. This one is in the shade Too Blessed. Love this. It's so creamy that I just like fill out my entire lips. Look at that. It's beautiful. And if you want like a more of like a traditional lipstick, I have like a few options. You've heard me rave about my Milani lipsticks that come in this bullet format, this matte fetish line. Beautiful product. But also if you want like a little bit of glossy effect, this one from L'Oreal, this one is in the shade Glossy Fawn. One of my favorite things. I just tap it right in the center and you can see how beautiful that is. Very, very creamy on the lips. Just beautiful. Okay, now let's move on to the eyes, okay? I know eyes is not here mentioned, but I want to definitely do some eyeshadow. You know how much I love my eyeshadows, so let's do that. I'm thinking of using my Glaminatrix Barely Basic palette because why not? Why not? I might dip into a few more palettes just to have fun. You know, life is too short not to have fun. Let's start off with the shade Share. This one. I know, the most boring shade, Smithy. But I want to just get like a shadow kind of an effect here. And I'll mix shades, don't worry. Just want a little bit of a shadow coming here. These shadows are so pretty and so blendable. Look how beautiful that is, and how it beautifully melts too. Beyond me, so pretty. Now once that is all blended across, I'm gonna take this Holy Grail shade, this one, and then I'm gonna take that over the outer corners. I don't think I've mixed both of those tones together, but in my head I feel like it'll go so well together. Okay, I'm loving that tone, loving that tone. Okay, let's do something on the lower lash line. I'm going to take the same shade Holy Grail that we applied on top and just join the outer corners of the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take this shade Share and then just melt it. We're just duplicating what we did on top, also on the bottom. That's beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's just stick to this palette. Let's take this shade and then we'll dip into maybe this OOTD. Let's see. I think it'll work. It's working in my brains. I'm gonna take this shade Follow. I'm gonna take that right there in a diagonal way. That's such a pretty shade. It's so glam, but so effortless. With no additional product, I'm just taking the same brush and tapping the edges just so that there's no harsh lines. And we have like a seamless blend going on. Okay, now let's take a smaller brush and then maybe a denser brush and go into OOTD, which is like an iridescent white to a pink shifting shade. And I'm gonna just tap it right there. That is so pretty. So pretty. It gives that a little bit of interest to the eye. It's beautiful. I love that. Now for the extreme inner corners, I'm just going to take a matte shade, and this just works beautifully, the Girl Dinner shade. Just because we have so much going on the eyelid, I want to keep the inner corner just matte and bright right there. I'm going to finish off this eye with some liner and mascara. And for the liner and mascara, I'm going to take my Break the Proof liner from Wet n Wild and L'Oreal Telescopic mascara, and I'll come right back. And there you go. That's my final look. I'm going to finish it off with my e.l.f. setting spray. A beautiful setting spray. This is called Stay All Night Microfine Setting Spray. I absolutely love this one. Now, after I set my face, I do like to set my center of my face just to blur out everything, and for that I use my Milani Conceal Perfect Blur Out powder. So what I basically do is just do that. Love the packaging with the sifter. I take a small powder brush which can help me like for precise application. Take that, nothing too much. I apply it on the back of my hand so that everything can be like the excess can come out, and I just powder the center of my face because, as I told you, I am oily on my T-zone, and this step just locks everything in place. And that's, my friend, my final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed the way I created this makeup look. Everything's so affordable, just except the palette. By the way, I have a code with Glaminatrix. It's Smithy Sony to save you 10% off, and I absolutely love that palette. Love that palette. But today's video is not about that. Today's video is about all drugstore products, and all these drugstore products that I've recommended to you guys. It is so beautiful. You'll never feel like you're applying like a drugstore product. It performs like a high-end product on the skin, and it blurs out everything. It smoothens out everything. It's just beautiful quality. I really hope that this was helpful for you guys. If you did like this video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.